What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest character being added now officially into the game. It's Black Panther 1mm or 1 million. As you can see, he's going to be part of that War Dogs Alliance War Offense team, but as well as being an unlock for the Apocalypse Death Scourge. If you are planning to use the War Dogs team, it's them and the Bionic Avengers, the two viable teams. I will need to make a separate video analyzing it too, but regardless, this character now is joining Marvel Strike Force universe here, so we're going to be taking a look at his kit overall, opening some Red Star Orbs, and taking a look at what Iso-8 best fits him based on his kit overall. So as you can see with his strengths, he's going to be bringing high damage and focus, as well as applying defense down with high damage attacks and spreading the positive effects to the War Dog allies. His ultimate ability does copy and clear positive effects from the primary target and gaining damage per defense down. So that's a little different from what we've seen typically. And this is going to be actually spread out to the rest of his team. More specifically in war though, he's going to be applying charges, gaining death proof, and applying safeguard. Only if the primary target has death proof. So that's where that mechanic will be in play to ensure it's not overpowered. And as well, we can see there's going to be an upcoming first Panther event, Panther God Orbs, and special offers already applicable now in the game. But as I said before, guys, we always want to take advantage of these Red Star Orbs just because of him being now officially in the game. And then we'll take a look at his kit, some T4 recommendations preemptively to see what we can do today. So it's been quite some time since I've done Red Star Orbs, but that's why I've built up quite a bit since. But yeah, let's take a look, guys. So we go here, hit the Red Star Orbs, hit the eye for additional details. We always do want to make sure that, you know, this new character is officially added before we open anything, just to make sure that statistical increase here is in effect. As you can see, 15%, very bottom, we're good to go, guys. So 134, usually I like the budget 5 to 10, and we'll see how we do today. Got a 4 there for Shatterstar. Wow, so got lucky. Unfortunately, wasn't the featured character, but I like to open 5 to 10 that way, and then budget, because I like to aim for that 3 2 red, and then generally even getting a 3, you can still upgrade to the 4 red once he's been added officially in the game too, for us to upgrade via silver promotion credits. So let's keep going here. Yeah, and then the good news is the duplicates do add up. If we get these duplicates, we can always use a higher red. So depending on the luck here today, we might actually open a couple just to see how our luck fares. Oh, boom. Yeah, so got lucky there with actually just these measly low level ones. Still 4 red, even better than what I expected. I was aiming for a 3, so that works as well as with the Shatterstar upgrade. Very, very pleased there. Hopefully you guys have good luck as well. I know sometimes it can just be, you know, a mixed bag in terms of the RNG, but I'm liking how my team's faring right now for the War Dogs. Black Panther, definitely working on him. Shuri's already built up. Okoye's next. And then once Nakia's in the game, I'm definitely going to take advantage of building her. I believe she's also going to be an event as well. So Black Panther 1 million, guys. Let's take a look. Basic attack is called Prehistoric Claw. Attacking primary target for piercing damage, as you can see, as well as we level his ability up, he's going to be stacking and applying different levels of the defense down that you see here. If this character has defense up, he's also going to be repeating. So right away, if Shuri goes first, he's going to get the defense up, and this attack will repeat. And as you can see from level 5, level 6, he's getting the same piercing damage bonus. And then the T4 here is honestly just the same as the previous levels. So for that reason, I would stop at level 6 for now to conserve the T4s. If you have a high red on him, I would recommend upgrading. But in this right now, with all the new characters coming in, we have to be conservative with the upgrades. And the basic attack may not need that just because the previous levels are already doing the same thing. Shred and Rend is his special ability here, attacking the primary target for, again, piercing damage, as well as applying defense down, up to a maximum of 5, rebounding to additional targets for 100% piercing. The counterattack does break this chain. If any War Dog has stealth, this attack's actually going to change the stealth targets as well, and can't be counterattacked and gains additional focus. So leveling this ability up, the additional targets are going to go up with piercing damage increase. Defense down is going to be applied as well. Instead of the 1 stack, it's going to be 2. And then what's notable here with the T4 is that the piercing is the same as the previous level, but he's going to be applying a 2+ defense down up to a maximum of 5 as well to secondary targets. So everything getting chained is going to get that +2 to defense down, and that's absolutely huge. Highly recommend actually T4ing this. This is going to be absolutely devastating for his damage. and I can kind of see where his Iso-8's kind of trending towards these multiple attacks. It's very, very telling of what that's going to be. So I'm going to really enjoy seeing how this damage is going to come about, especially with all the piercing being in play. Bast's Judgment is his ultimate ability. He's going to be copying and clearing a positive effect, excluding taunt from the primary target, and he does gain additional focus for this attack. He's also going to be applying his said piercing damage. On War Offense specifically, he's going to be applying charges to himself and War Dog allies up to a maximum of 10. For each enemy with charge or revive once, he's going to be gaining additional charges up to that maximum of 10. He's also going to be spreading positive effects. This attack is also unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So leveling this ability up, we can see that the damage is actually going to increase per defense down when you use this. So you really want to use this ability when there's a really good amount of defense downs being applied. On War Offense, he's going to be gaining death proof and deflection as well. More specifically, if the primary target does have safeguard, he's going to be applying safeguard for himself and the rest of the team. So this is really going to be good against those teams that have safeguard, because usually it works in their favor, but not in this case for the War Dogs, right? As well, they're going to be gaining evasion, and what's notable about this T4 here is copying and clearing 5 positive effects from the primary target, as well as piercing damage, and spreading all those positive effects to the War Dog ally. So this is really what's going to be turning the tides of battle. 100% you need to T4 this, especially for offense, War Offense battles. But more specifically, this actually ties back in directly to all game modes, because it isn't just specifically a war mode for this ability. So this one definitely needs to get T4'd, so that way you can fully utilize this Black Panther's abilities for the rest of the team, and really providing a lot of those buffs and benefits. And then last but not least, guys, the first Panther being the passive here. Defense up, gaining offense up. So, I mean, anytime there's defense up, he's going to be gaining the additional damage. When a non-summoned enemy drops below 50% health or is killed, this character is going to get charges, and he's going to get filled speed bar by 5%, and then as well as losing the charges. So that's really notable to be mindful of. On the enemy turn, if that character has defense down, he's also going to be gaining charges, and as well gaining additional armor. On War Offense specifically, the War Dogs are going to gain additional armor and then more resistance as well. Leveling this ability up, it's just going to provide a lot of buffs, some passive bonuses here, as you can see, with resistance, armor, and then the T4 here, filling up his speed bar by 5% for himself and War Dog allies, specifically whenever there's these charges being in place. So that's really where the mechanics can be in, guys. So I mean, it's gonna be, you have to be mindful of how many times it's going to be utilized, but that's why he's going to be gaining charges, because it's really going to work in terms of supporting himself and the rest of the War Dog allies by providing them with additional speed bar and really giving them more turns. And in this game, that's a turn-based game, having more turns is going to be, the difference maker in terms of winning a battle or losing, and especially in war when you have more control of what's going on. So that's it, guys. With all the piercing damage and all the multiple strikes being in play, it really does make sense to actually put him more specifically in an Iso-8 striker, just because he can actually utilize more of that damage, especially with the piercing. I can also see the potential with Iso-8 Raider as well, because of the piercing damage. He can crit very high, especially given the frequency of the number of attacks he's going to be applying, right? Everything with all of his attacks, it's all piercing based, so a Raider would make him crit higher. A striker will allow him to actually be able to apply more of the defense downs with each of his abilities, especially when he strikes and makes those duplicate attacks with the defense up on the enemy. So I think those two definitely make the most sense for the time right now, but I think they can definitely be interchanged as well, given your team dynamic, depending on who has the other vulnerables and strikers on the team, right? But looking at this right now, we assume Black Panther's also going to be a striker, so having both Black Panthers on this team being strikers is going to be pretty devastating if we have Okoye and Nakia really kind of balancing out with the vulnerabilities. Shuri naturally is a healer, but I even put a skirmisher on her just that way to add some of the vulnerables too. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. There's definitely a lot of different dynamics we can play out here with the synergies of the two Black Panthers. But I hope this video gives you guys some insight on what to expect, because this is definitely gonna be a powerful team, especially with the way that they can inflict all those, you know, stripping away the positive buffs and taking advantage of that, and in that way also taking advantage of turn meter for the team. Good luck in your guys' rest our orbs. Really do appreciate you guys checking my videos. Thank you as always. Good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one.